welcome back to Love All Beauty. I'm Amanda, and today we are going to try out some new makeup. The big thing is it's all affordable makeup. Everything that I'm putting on my face is less than $5. Whoa, that's a good deal. So before we jump into it, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You can hit the notification bell, that way you're notified every time that I upload a video, which will be every Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Let's bring you in closer and get started. Most of the products that I have here that I'm going to be trying out, most of them are new products to me, so I've never tried them out before. Some of them are just kind of old and tried and true. A lot of these products I did purchase at Dollar General. So I've never been to Dollar General before. I actually didn't even know that we had a location here, but I found out that there was one not too far away from me. I've heard really good things about their Believe Beauty line. I have a couple of their products here that we're gonna try out and see if they work for me. I also purchased a couple of LA Colors items. All of these products that I will be using are less than $5, which again is amazing. And I will link everything that I am using down below in the description box. Let's clip back my hair a little bit. The only thing I was thinking, so I haven't actually tried out any of this stuff yet, but of course I have pale skin. It is difficult for me to find foundations and concealers that go light enough. The foundation looks like it could be okay. However, I'm concerned that the concealer might be a little bit dark. So I am thinking I might actually do a little bit of concealing first and then my foundation. The thing about makeup is there really is not like a right or wrong way. A certain order of doing things is really whatever is comfortable for you. I mean, I feel like my makeup order has changed a lot since when I was younger to now, and like depending on what eye look I'm doing or, you know, what type of makeup I'm doing, the order can get all messed up. So it's whatever you're comfortable doing. Do that. The first thing we're going to try out is the Believe Beauty Pretty and Prime Stay Put Makeup Primer. All right, let's give this a try. It says here on the back, this is colorless, silky face primer, helps to smooth the look of skin, extends the wear of makeup, and works with all complexions to create the perfect base for flawless foundation. That's pretty intense. Claims it's silicone-free, paraben-free, and it's not tested on animals, so that's good. Little dollop here. I never know. It's kind of like a beigey color. Quite a thin formula. I should say I don't have anything on my face aside from just my moisturizer. Yeah, it doesn't really have a scent either. It feels quite nice. Do I notice that it fills my pores? I don't know, maybe it gives me like a little extra sheen. Moving on to concealer, this is the Believe Beauty You're Covered Liquid Concealer in the shade Ivory. So it is, just from doing a swatch, seems very peachy. It may not look like that, the camera. So I'm just going to do a little bit of concealing where I would normally conceal and then tap that out. That also does not have an odor. I'll be happy to tell you that. So you can see maybe a little bit that it has just a little bit of like a peachier tone. You can kind of see in that eye. All right, I'm just gonna go in with my beauty blender. I was trying to see actually if they had any sponges or anything like that, and I didn't see any, at least at my store. So I wasn't able to get any of those. Okay, now we're gonna go on to the Believe Beauty Skin Foundation. And this shade in particular is Shell, which is the lightest shade. And it says medium to full coverage. So you actually get 0.85 fluid ounces. So a little bit less than the standard fluid ounce that you see in most foundations. We'll just, I don't like to go too in, so we're doing a pump because honestly, that looks like quite a bit. It seems a little bit runny. Okay, wish me luck. So just applying all over the face here. It seems to be giving some pretty good coverage. I would say a strong medium. Looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go in a little bit with my beauty blender here and just concentrate that underneath the eye just to kind of marry together the concealer. I'm also going to bring this a little bit onto my eyelid just to help with some of the redness. That was one pump and it, I mean, took it pretty far. I just want to look up close here. Yeah, I would say that looks pretty good. I mean, there's like a tiny bit of just like creasing under the eyes and that kind of thing, but I think that's pretty typical because I of course haven't set it yet. I do have the Believe Beauty Matte Blur Loose powder in the shade Translucent. So it looks like that. Put a little bit of the powder in there. It's like a little bit on the yellow side of things. But yeah, we'll give it a whirl. Very finely milled. It is flying everywhere at this point. I'm basically just setting all of the areas that I would crease and then I just kind of laid that concealer. Now we are going to move on into a little bit of contour and bronzing. So contouring is not something I typically do on an everyday basis. I'm not terribly familiar with doing contour just because I feel like it is very intimidating. I feel like contouring can look really good on like film or photography, but in person can tend to look maybe a little bit harsh. And so I've always just kind of shied away from it, and I tend to use bronzers just because I feel like they're easier to work with, and I don't know, it's more or less just like a one and done type of thing. I can define my cheekbones a little bit with warming up my face and not really having to go in and fully do the contour. You know what I mean? This is the LA Colors Shape It Up Sculpt and Contour Palette. It looks like this. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go in with the cool toned shade right here. And I don't know how pigmented this is. Let me dust that off a little bit. And then I'm just gonna kind of color in my cheekbone a little bit. I'm gonna be fairly conservative with this just because I don't wanna look like a Looney Tune. You know what I mean? All right. always feel like it looked like a corpse. Sucking it in there. All right, just gonna go around the perimeters of my face a little bit to warm up those areas. Right, so if you kind of like overdo it with blush or contour or something like that, you can take like your foundation brush or your sponge and just lightly pat over that with whatever is left on your brush. So you're never just locked in to whatever it is that you did, right? You have options to kind of fix that, so it's okay, don't freak out. I'm gonna use a little bit of this kind of yellowy banana shade, and you could consider this baking. I'm just kind of cleaning up this contour line a little bit and making it look a little bit better. I'm also going to put it a little bit underneath my eyes here just to brighten everything up. I think we're gonna halt on the face stuff for just a little bit and go ahead and move on to the eyes. I got a new eyeshadow palette from LA Colors. It's a 16 color eyeshadow palette. It looked kind of fun. The only thing is there is not one matte shade in here. They're all shimmers, which are really pretty. I mean, you kind of run the gamut from like blues and purples and greens and that kind of thing. So this works good. I did buy a Believe Beauty metallic liquid eyeliner, and this one is called Siren in the Town. It's actually like a really pretty emeraldy green color. So knowing my eyeliner is going to be an emerald green color, I think I'm going to kind of keep my eyelid a little bit more simple because I feel like the green is really gonna kind of speak for itself. I don't need to go too ham on it. So because there aren't any matte shades to lay down as a transition, I'm actually going to be using the contour palette. So let me just take a little brush here and I'm just gonna start laying that down here. And I'm gonna kind of do it all over the lid, just as a way to kind of cancel out any redness that I may have. Okay, I'm gonna grab another brush. Just to kind of more concentrate this right into the crease, that contour color. Let's try out some of these shimmer shades from the LA Colors palette. There is a pretty kind of emerald green color here in the center. And I think I'm going to be applying that in the corner right here. Hello? You never know sometimes with palettes like this, like, are they gonna be pigmented? There she is. There's the pigment. It's pretty subtle, but we don't need anything, like I said, too crazy. I'm just kind of going back into that green color and just building up this pigment a little bit here in the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and take a clean blending brush and just make sure I fluff out those edges. Go into this really pretty white kind of metallic shade, and yeah, this has like a little bit of a coating on it, but she's bright. And getting some fallout for sure. Oh no, oh no, I don't like that applicator. We're using my finger. It feels creamy in the pan, but there is definitely like a little bit of fallout when you're actually applying it to the lid. It's kind of interesting. Like it almost applies like a little bit chunky. Oh boy, I have a lot of fallout on my face. Ew. Dust that away. Big fluffy brush, just dust it away. I'm gonna get in a little bit to this like champagne type color, and I'm going to apply that in the first like third up to that silver, just to kind of transition the two. And then I'm actually gonna go back into the green shade and just deepen this corner up just a little bit more. We're gonna go ahead and apply the Believe Beauty Metallic Liquid Eyeliner in Siren of the Town, which again is like this metallic kind of green shade. Hoping it'll focus for me. Whoa, this is a look at that tip. It's like a super thick brush tip eyeliner. Oh dear. Wish me luck. It's kind of hard to work with. But it does give you that nice kind of thin line, so that's good. The eyeliner's pretty good. I feel like it has the pigment. It's trying. It's trying. I am going to curl my eyelashes. The mascara we're going to be using is by Essence. I've talked about this before in a previous video. It is the Lash Princess. This is the False Lash Effect mascara. Oh, it's so good and so inexpensive. I mean, honestly, if you're looking for a new mascara and you're wanting something that's nice and volumizing to your lashes, you know, doesn't have any of that like fallout or anything, this mascara is an awesome choice, honestly. It always looks so weird when you only have one eye, but for the sake of filming, it takes way too long if I do both eyes on camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and then I'll be right back. All right, lovely people. Other eye is done. Put my mascara on. I'm happy with how the eye look turned out. What I would say about the palette is that you are limited in the sense that it doesn't have any of those like matte transition shades and things like that. I mean, they're all metallic shimmers. So something like this is good to have on hand if you are wanting to do a look with just like a little bit of extra something to it. And it's so inexpensive that, yeah, you can definitely add it to your collection, and it has so many different colors in it. Just keep in mind that there is probably going to be some fallout when using something something like this, you're probably gonna end up with glitter somewhere else on your face. Odds are good there. But if you keep that in mind and maybe do a step like this prior to doing your foundation and concealer, then you can help to avoid any of that. I actually didn't do any eyeshadow underneath. Maybe I'm just gonna do a little bit of these contour shades. We're gonna go actually with a blush now. So this is Maybelline Fit Me. The blush is in shade Peach. It looks like that. I feel like it's honestly like a really good dupe for NARS Orgasm, which is pretty popular. It has a little bit of a kind of gold reflect to it, which is really pretty. And I like blush, so I just kind of go I go in because blush is the first thing to fade in your makeup, to be honest, so you can kind of go in as much as you want. And this does have a little bit of sheen to it, so really this can act as kind of our makeshift highlighter, I should say. Eyebrows. So I don't have a pencil or anything like that. I'm going to be using a product from Essence. It's called Make Me Brow. It's basically an eyebrow gel mascara. It looks like this. So it's essentially a tinted gel that you can use on your eyebrows, but it also contains fibers that help kind of thicken your eyebrow a little bit. So it colors them in a little. It can help with the appearance of thicker brows, and it keeps them in place. This product is awesome, and again, super inexpensive. You just go in and brush it in there. So today we're going for that floofy brow look, as I like to call it. But that looks really nice and it's super easy, and it's kind of like a one and done type product. Last we're gonna do are some lips. I have the Rimmel London Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses lip liner in the shade Natural. So I'm just gonna line up these lips. Then I'm going in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cairo, just like a really good nude shade. Inexpensive. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the most amazing, like long lasting, but it works. All right, what do we think of this look, you guys? I feel like for everything being less than $5, it turned out really good. And a lot of this stuff, you know, I have used before, so I know how well they perform. And yeah, I mean, they're honestly, if you're looking to do a face on a budget, there are so many options at the store now. I didn't get a setting spray, but I do know that there are some setting sprays from e.l.f. and Wet n Wild that are really good, that are both under $5. I encourage you guys to get out there and try some different products and let me know your thoughts. I'm so thankful that you guys are here watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys all really soon. Bye.